Hello and welcome to Console Gaming League Contender Tier semifinal between the first seed undefeated 8-0 Phantom Thieves and Excalibur, the 5th seed, coming in 5-3 after a strong finish over Dad and the Lads. I believe a 3-0 performance in the quarterfinal round, getting here to the semis, and they have a tough task ahead of them. Phantom Thieves, 20 map points across the season, and has been a really dominant force throughout the Contender regular season. And I'm excited for this match. Your host Salt and Pepper, joined by Sarge, BKL, and Blink. Blink, first of all, glad to have you here. What do you think we can expect from both these sides?
I'm really excited to be here. I think Phantom Thieves has just shown throughout the entire season that they're the most dominant team in this league, but I do think that Excalibur for sure has a chance.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see them step up and play. Obviously, Dad and the Lads is a tough team, but they were able to overcome that obstacle and have kind of be at top of some solid teams throughout the season. So we'll see what they have for us. Sarge, what do you think, man?
I mean, I can tell you, Excalibur put an amazing fight during the Dads and Lads, showing off their amazing ability to not only work well together, but overall, it ended up in being a 3-0, I believe we mentioned. So I'm excited to see this go underway, and we should be ready to go ahead and start the match, right?
Yeah, it looks that way. I think everybody's just about ready. Without further ado, we'll get you into Rialto.
Welcome to Rialto.
We'll like there. All right, it appears Overwatch is failing on me. A little bit of a mess up there. I'm not sure what's going on here. There we go. Do apologize for that. But yeah, Rialto. I mean, what's to say about this map? Absolutely beautiful. Love the soundtrack. Love the overall theme of it, and loving the tight corners as well. So overall, a lot of different combos that you'll see on this map. Overall, as far as expectation goes, I know for a fact Dark Gamer Boy, seeing him in the past, is a very, very powerful Reinhardt, and I'm sure Goats will show up here pretty soon as well. I'm not too sure for Phantom Thieves, though, what they might be running. Like, both teams are going to be looking at a Bastion here. I'm curious to see how that's going to go off. But just to quickly run off who's going to be playing on for which team. In blue here, we're going to be starting off with Excalibur with Nature's Chicken on that Roadhog, Purple Tracer on that... Or, sorry, Purple Tracer on that Diva. Let's just call him JP for now. On that Zarya, Dark Gamer Boy, of course, going to be on that Reinhardt, Cosmic on that Lucio. Riven on that Moira, and as far as for Phantom Thieves go here on the attacking side, Hyper Blitzer on this Brigida, Frog Backpack on that Zarya, Mathematical on that Hammond, interesting enough, and Tinted Galaxy on this Diva here, so no main shield. Curious if they're going to be sticking with that, but could very well work out in their favor. But just finished off El Pollo on this Lucio, and Silent Ninja on this Ana.
Ooh, big charge. Gonna take two.
An absolutely fantastic charge there, getting two in and out of the fight immediately. And of course did swap off.
Oh, a boop!
So I do like the... oh, another few boop to respond. That was absolutely beautiful. These picks are going back and forth already. But I feel like, of course, it's going to go in the side of Phantom Thieves as they have that massive spawn advantage. So of course they're going to be grouping up here on the bridge and starting to push in once again. Without their main shield just yet, they're going to be in a tough situation. Able to get Zarya, so that'll be a good pick on them. And of course, they're going to continue to push on these guys, getting even more picks. You know, I feel like looking at this
Dark Gamer Boy
strategy that we're seeing here, you don't see that too often.
Yeah, spectacular pin though. Yeah, but then ended up getting taken down by Hyper Blitzer. It's been really solid here for Phantom Thieves. A nice aggressive approach. You see them just storming in and toppling the defenders. Another Earth Shatter here for Mathematical. All the ultimates really going the way of Phantom Thieves. A Somber switch, Purple Tracer going over to Somber here for the defenders, but Hyper Blitzer, Mathematical, Tinted Galaxy, Silent Ninja, all sitting here with ultimates. Frog Backpack very close as well. So it's already starting very strongly for Phantom Thieves. We should see a nice contention here from Excalibur at the first checkpoint, but as this bomb comes out from Tinted, doesn't catch anybody, but does scatter a few. There's a shot at the other direction. Mathematical able to catch a couple. Here's the defensive coalescence, though, to try and keep everybody up, but I think it's already going the way of Phantom Thieves here. And they'll coast the payload into the first checkpoint. and get off the rest of these stragglers.
For sure.
Yeah, unfortunately they weren't able to hold first point, but the strategy of holding close actually guarantees 2 fights. So even though they weren't successful, they were able to then get a recontest. Whereas most teams will wait till it gets around the corner, it can be in 1 fight territory.
That's a very good point. Excalibur able to hold for at least a little while, but I think this Phantom Thieves team is playing very tight. You already see it look already very warmed up coming into. See how Excalibur responds in this midsection. They avoided a lot of those kind of delayed spawns that you normally see, so that could really give them an advantage. Cosmic already offsetting the fight, getting Mathematical with a nice boot there. Sound barrier coming out from the defenders, actually from both sides now as the fight really starts to break out. Nobody else dropping just yet. Another rally here from Hyper Blizzard, the second of the game, just to keep everybody on the attack, ready to go. Simultaneous gravitons coming out, purple in, but I don't think it really caught anybody. Now it's Hyper Blizzard with a nano going in deep. Looking for that Sombra. Is that a Demon Hunter skin I see? Either way, Phantom Thieves just dominating right now.
They're actually going to give up EMP. I think they were at about 97 to switch over to a May. The May is a Goats counter, but I think it may be too late to build up Blizzard.
Maybe too late to build up Blizzard for this first checkpoint. I think more than enough time though. You look at the time bank, just the way the game's going. I think there definitely will be time throughout these fights. But I like the May switch, and we'll see if it ends up panning out for them. Really kind of a brawl on the point here. Mathematical getting protected well by Frog Backpack on the Zarya. Already sitting here, 90 plus charge and just tearing through the defense. And it looks like Purple Tracer about 50% to that Blizzard. Mathematical here earned another Shatter. Tenet Galaxy close to another. And Phantom Thieves earning ultimates incredibly quickly here. Still a few more on the way,
I think
though.
the variation of the Goats with the Ana in the back is just really overpowered because they've never even been able to contest the Ana. And she can keep her whole team alive with that anti-nade and the nade that actually heals her team.
Yeah, the supports for Thieves have been incredibly solid. They continue to win these fights. The kill feed just, again, lighting a blue for them. Frog Backpack here with a 20-player kill streak, as you just saw. Still 80-plus charge. And it's just the tank line combined with Hyper Blitz on the Brigida is just melting through this defense. Pollo Loco and Silent Ninja able to keep everybody up pretty strongly. But, yeah, Excalibur don't really have an answer for this aggressive attack. It's another sound barrier coming out here from the defenders. Another Graviton, though, from the attack. Self-destruct comes in over the top, finds no one, but Hyper Blitzer picks up a nice double on Dark Gamer and PhD Cosmic. Phantom Thieves, it looks like they're multiplying just all over the point, just swarming it. Defenders having a difficult time deciding who to focus, but finally that's maybe saving. Blizzard comes out, finds Mathematical, is able to catch up. There's a sleep onto Diva, so things may be going the way of the defenders if they can start getting a few of these kills. Cosmic doing just that. Mathematical is going to be able to answer it, though. Level it completely off, and Frog Backpack again. I would love to know what the Zarya's average charge has been, because every time we have on stream, just really, really high charge.
They are able to take out Silent Ninja, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop this push.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Very impressive there from Phantom Thieves in their opening round, and yeah, just make it look easy.
That was the dominant performance.
Yeah, definitely to say the least. Man, so what do you think the answer is here for Excalibur on their approach? Obviously, they're going to have to play quite a few rounds here if they want to overcome this Phantom Thieves attack. But how do they respond after, kind of getting shellacked on that first round?
Yeah, I think the Widow is not the best choice against the Goats because the Widow is more of a pick potential, and when you have all these tanks running straight towards your tanks, you can't really get any picks there. Because of the 3 healers, it's just too much to burn through the tanks, and all those supports are so slippery that I think you just can't run the Widow against it. I think a May was a good choice, but I think it was a little bit too late. Another popular hero is like a Reaper or a Doomfist.
Yeah, I think you're right about the Widow. It was going to be difficult. They didn't have a Mercy to pocket either, so the damage was kind of vanilla, and it's just difficult to break through that kind of comp. Hopefully Excalibur's able to respond well here. Looks like as they come out, I can't tell if that's going to be their actual comp. You know that attack likes to troll sometimes, but for the defenders, exactly identical. Looks like this is what they're going to stick with. It's kind of Goat's variation with the Ana.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Looks like Phantom is going to hold a little bit more traditional and hold back around this corner and give up free space,
Stop the payload.
unlike Excalibur did on defense.
Speed boost out here for PhD Cosmic. Excalibur gets onto the point quickly. Phantom Thieves ready to meet them here around the first corner. Still a triple tank comp though for Excalibur, so see if they can contend with these Goats tanks, but now all the way through it's Mathematical going in for a pinner. It's opposite Dark Gamer where it gets caught out and completely swarmed by these defenders. A bit of an overextension there. Both tanks down now for Phantom Thieves. Excalibur pushing incredibly well. Blue, the kill feed going completely blue for them as Cosmic gets in the mix. And Excalibur finally creates some space with the payload.
Yeah, I really like this Hanzo pick here. I think his Storm Arrow is a great thing to use against this Goat's defense when they try and push in. And also, Dragon Strike is just a huge ultimate, especially when you're playing with a comp that is super grouped up. Yeah, so I didn't actually see, but did HD Cosmic jump off the edge on accident?
I wasn't exactly sure how all that happened. It's another deep pin though from Mathematical. This time getting the better of it, and Fine Ravini also gets PhD Cosmic. That's kind of impressive there. I didn't think he was going to be able to make it out of there.
New objective. Get the payload moving.
They did get a lot of payload movement, so they're just going to need to probably win one more fight and they'll be able to tap this first point.
Shadow coming out. It's a combination, I believe, Purple Tracer using the Dragon Strike. Hasn't found anybody. It's a sound barrier, though, from Pollo Loco to keep kind of save the defense a little bit. To Graviton all the way in the back, though. Ooh, Phantom Thieves. Frog backpack. It's a triple, I think, Mathematical to tank. And just look at all the assists, though. Phantom Thieves just, man, just having a field day out here.
Did Mathematical shatter at the start of that fight?
I thought it was Dark Gamer that shattered, and they combined it with the Purple
Yeah,
Tracers.
they tried to do it with Bomb.
I might be wrong. I thought it was Dark Gamer.
Did shatter. He just built another one just through that grab.
Oh, that'd be crazy. There's a bomb coming out, though. Both supports down now as Tinny Galaxy is able to get in the mix. The tank line for Phantom Thieves is just brutal. Every single one of them just kills and kills and kills. Now changes coming through, though, for the defenders. Purple Tracer went over to the Pharah. Hasn't found a lot of success yet as PhD Cosmic. I think switches off the Lucio to a Moira. See if these changes end up being beneficial, though, for the attackers, who are running out of time to some extent. They've got about 60 seconds left.
They're actually going to move Purple Tracer onto the Pharah and Nature onto the Hanzo. I think these are good picks, but I just don't think there's enough time to 48 seconds. No ultimates on the board for them.
Yeah, none for anybody. Let's see if it gives him a little bit of time. Mathematical's been on point with a lot of these pins, though. He's able to find Jeffrey and contribute to getting that Diva out of mech. Pollo Loco able to take down Purple Tracer, and still, I don't know if that fair is quite working out for Excalibur just yet. It's another pin for Mathematical. This time doesn't quite find anybody, but still the kill's going the way of Phantom Thieves, and like I was saying in the first round, just swarming the point completely. Shadow maybe a little bit far away, isn't quite able to catch anybody. I think Dark Gamer got caught in it a little bit, but was already well on his way down, so yeah, kill's just going completely the way of Phantom Thieves. I think it's going to be a foregone conclusion here. I think it's safe to say they will be taking Rialto unless we see a miraculous contention and overtime push here to the A checkpoint from Excalibur. Self-destruct coming out, though. Doesn't find anybody. Still the kills going the way of the red team. Cosmic back in to try and contest. Dark Gamer joins, but is both of them just can't stay alive for very long. Just cherry on the cake sound barrier, though, for the defenders, Phantom Thieves, and that is it. They will take Rialto.
I'm not surprised by this play of the game.
Yeah, no shock whatsoever. Yeah, really impressive performance here for Phantom Thieves. We go on to, I believe, Oasis as the second map and see if Excalibur can get back into this match. You're watching the Contender Tier semifinals, the Console Gaming League on Twitch. And welcome back to the Console Gaming League Contender Tier semifinal between Phantom Thieves and Excalibur. This one started off really quickly, and that first round felt like it ended really quickly. Phantom Thieves coming in very strongly in their initial attack, capping the map with time on the clock. Excalibur on their attack couldn't really get anything going, and were not able to get the first checkpoint. A 3-0 win for Phantom Thieves to start, and they are one step closer to a contender tier final matchup against Boost & Co., who toppled second seed Panthera Leo yesterday during the CGL extra live stream. So a lot of intrigue here, and I'd like to see Phantom Thieves and Boost & Co. face off. I think they've been two strong teams, but still a lot to play, and not a foregone conclusion that Excalibur won't be able to come back into this game. We've seen some crazy comebacks earlier, and possibility for Excalibur to do the same. So let's see what we have for you. I'm your host, Salt and Pepper, joined by Blink. I think we lost Sarge at one point. I don't know what happened, but still have Blink. And what was your reaction after that initial game, and what do you think we'd expect now at a control point?
I think it was a great game played by Phantom Thieves, and I think Excalibur didn't do a good enough job of winning the comp matchup. I think they were never at an advantage in the comps and the ultimates, and I think they really didn't know what to expect from Phantom Thieves. But I think this next game they're going to have a better sense of what they have to play, and I think this could be a lot closer than the first one.
Well, hopefully that will be the case. Obviously, in the other side, semifinal from this tier, we saw Panthera Leo go up quickly in Rialto and Boost & Co. come back on Oasis. Then on the third map, I think Panthera Leo were able to take that one, and then the control point just kind of providing that lifeline for a team that may be kind of struggling a little bit. So hopefully Excalibur does the same and can use this Oasis control point to get themselves tied up in the series and give us a pretty exciting matchup as we move forward. Coming in here, both comps starting to shape up a little bit. Can't really tell who's running what.
Yeah,
Sombra's on both sides.
Looks like they're going to go with a Goats, yeah, with a Sombra. I'm excited to see that comp.
That should be interesting. Yeah, Sombra's
Phantom,
on both sides.
Phantom Frog is trolling with the May pick. I would have liked the May pick. I think May is a really good Goats counter.
Looks like
I'd be really surprised if Phantom came out with that.
2, 1. Round 1.
It looks like they're going to.
it looks like they're mixing it up a little bit. Yeah, Hyper Blitz here on the Sombra Frog backpack going with Kree, Mathematical, Tinted Galaxy, the tank line, as Wrecking Ball and Diva, Pollo Loco, and Silent Ninja unchanged on their supports. Now it's Hyper Blitzer just scoping on the Sombra, seeing what's around in the back before coming in with a hack. Probably in Dark Gamer Boy does just that. Now the shield is unavailable for Excalibur. Fight breaking out. Point opens up in about 8 seconds or so. Still nobody dropping just yet. Kind of a cautious approach to this game from both sides. Pollo Loco able to get a quick boop on a Dark Gamer Boy, and things going the way of Phantom Thieves early. Control point opens, Thieves moves towards it, and caps largely uncontested as Excalibur preoccupied here behind this kind of high ground area. They just leave this Diva for dead. A little bit of contention here on the payload, but ultimately, yeah, I think it's going to be Phantom Thieves able to hold on to this for a little bit and start building some percentage. Hyper Blitzer already has an EMP.
I was about to say that. That EMP is going to be coming out huge, and it almost guarantees that they win this next team fight. They have Bomb coming up, they have Mines coming up, and they have High Noon. Not to mention they already have Nano Boost.
What I think the craziest thing also about this lineup so far, like they almost have 6 ultimates, right? So, and here comes the EMP immediately. Pollo Loco able to get a pick on a Jeffrey. Here comes the Deadeye, finds one. It's 3 kills quick for Phantom Thieves, and that fight's over before it really even started. But what I was going to say is that we saw on Rialto as well, after the first team fight, almost everyone already gets ultimates. It's just crazy to me how quickly Thieves is able to build these ultimates and just use them to offset fights. They don't have to invest too much. They use EMP, Deadeye in that fight, won it. They've got 4 more for the next fight. Probably invest 2 there, and just keep rotating through. And the ultimate management from Thieves is just, it's really impressive. Definitely a lot to learn for any viewers, including myself. And now Purple Tracer with an EMP of Zone may come out and use it here to offset this fight for Excalibur as they move back in. 70% available for Phantom Thieves. Here comes the EMP from the attackers. It's a sound barrier as well, I believe, and a coalescence. So both support ultimates. Oh, I think Pollo Loco was able to get that sound barrier off, even probably evaded the EMP. Still kills starting to go the way of Excalibur a little bit. Here comes the EMP from Cosmic. think it did catch quite a few. They've got still the numbers on the point. Ravini and Cosmic both getting mixed. Jeffrey finding a pick as well. And as we come up to about 90% or so, finally Excalibur starting to get something going.
Yeah, there we go. That'll be the cap for them with probably about 99, 97. So it's do or die for them. If they lose one team fight, it's game over.
Yeah, but I mean, the confidence that comes from being able to take point at least once, got to be helpful. They've got, oh, you know what though? Hyper Blitzer already has another EMP, and that's going to be crucial here for Phantom Thieves coming to attack this point. I expect it here coming directly into the center. Oh, but they did destroy the beacon. Nature's Chicken is able to catch Silent Ninja though with the Pulse Bomb. That could be good
That's
for
a really
Excalibur,
big pick.
right? Yeah, now they've got a couple, and they're forcing Phantom Thieves to retreat. Solid there, Pulse Bomb used by Nature's Chicken. And able to hold on for Excalibur a little bit longer. Maybe a bit of an overinvestment to Coalescence though.
Coming out.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I think that fight was already won.
Thieves will have every ultimate minus sound barrier, which is going to be a little bit hard to lose.
Yeah, I think the key here is going to be Purple Tracer able to get the EMP. Dark Gamer can stall probably, but they're going to need that bomb from Jeffrey simultaneously if they want to be able to convert this fight and have time to kind of push a 99 overtime. Well, I guess 99-97 in this case.
Hyper Blitzer dies at the start of that fight and isn't even going to be able to use EMP. So this fight was almost pretty much lost at the start. Hyper Blitzer will be coming back though to join up with his team.
Yeah, a lot of time there. So I think Purple Tracer's EMP, this whole game hinges on how effectively it's able to be used. Here comes the kind of AoE ultimate there from Mathematical. Has those proximity mines down. Here comes the EMP though. I think actually catches quite a few. Purple Tracer trying to put in some work, but backs in directly into those proximity mines. Trying to get away. Here comes the self-destruct, but can't find anyone. Purple Tracer really putting in some work back here on the Sombra, but it's not quite converting for Excalibur. EMP the other directions. Hyper Blitzer's able to catch, I think, just about everybody. 90% here for Excalibur as they continue trying to hold on to this point. Thieves getting the kills though as Nature's Chicken drops him via Frog back on the McCree. And, oh, I mean, it's just an all-out brawl right here. Ravini with another Coalescence able to take down Silent Ninja. That'll be huge here for Excalibur, but Mathematical putting in some serious pressure on this Wrecking Ball. Now in overtime, Dark Gamer with a double kill as the Primal Rage. They're looking to get kills on Pollo Loco, who's very, very low right now. He's able to find that support. Not a lot of representation left here for Phantom Thieves. Can Excalibur turn this round around? Oh, they've got the Ana back. Silent Ninja still creeping in, trying to keep Wrecking Ball up. Mathematical doing well, just continues stalling, but now about halfway down, Excalibur starts to swarm this Ham, and he's hacked and can't get away. Overtime meter threatening to tick down, but the support still coming back in for Phantom Thieves. They can continue getting into points. Silent Ninja trying to stay alive, but Dark Gamer really putting on a lot of pressure. He's able to take down that Ana. Overtime meter's got to be begging to drop at this point. Ooh, what are you seeing, Blink?
And it looks like no one's going to come back.
Oof.
I think that was great. I think the target prioritization for Excalibur was just something we never really saw before. They were killing all the right targets at all the right times. It felt like they never, Thieves never really had a chance on that overtime push.
It does seem like they're settling into a rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, Frog Backpack won the 1v1 against Nature's Chicken, but then you had Purple Tracer come and finish him off, and that kind of changed the game right at the end.
Yeah, impressive that Excalibur was able to overcome that deficit. They didn't cap the point until Phantom Thieves at 97%, so all credit to Excalibur here. They'll be running a very similar comp coming out in this next round. And familiar faces, though, for Phantom Thieves. They revert back to that comp I think they're a little bit more familiar with.
Yeah, both teams just going to push right onto point.
Dark Hammer trying to get in the mix early. It's a deep pin, though, from Mathematical. Gets bubbled well by Frog Backpack, but yeah, and finally gets pinned the other direction. A little bit low, but I think they're able to stun Dark Gamer Boy away from the danger. Both Reinhardt stay alive, at least momentarily. Tinted offsetting the fight early for Phantom Thieves. Nature's Chicken dropping immediately, or rather initially. A deep pin from Dark Gamer Boy will find Mathematical to win in deep himself. Very, very low, but they can't quite get the kill, and he's got too much support from Hyper Blitzer and Frog Backpack. Just, again, that tank line. And I'm including Brigida in this tank line for Phantom Thieves, just staying so tight to each other, and it's difficult to break down.
Rally already coming out.
My ultimate is charging.
Not
And
to mention
again,
Mathematical almost already has charge. Of course, they already have Nano Boost. It just feels like the Rein Zarya is just better than their their Wrecking Ball Diva.
ooh, nice shot over Dark Gamer Boy. Is able to avoid going off the edge. I think it's that pin and essentially a boot. But now Mathematical with a pin, shot the other direction, finds 2. Things really going the way of Mathematical and Phantom Thieves right now. Self-destruct though coming in from Jeffrey. Can't quite find anyone. It's still Phantom Thieves with the advantage, 30% of the point. Swinging away, Nature's Chicken on the main, making it difficult though. Pin from Mathematical finds and takes Jeffrey out of mech. And still Phantom Thieves with the advantage. Just maybe 1 kill here or there offset for Excalibur, but for the most part, just having a really difficult time.
Yeah.
Looks like we do have a drop. Dark Gamer Boy needs to come back into the games. We'll do a quick pause. So Excalibur with the lead here, and obviously being able to offset the point back when it was Phantom Thieves 97, and in that first round, that's still a huge, I feel like, accomplishment. They won that round and did it from the absolute depths. So they know that they can beat this team in some of these fights. So I think it's just coming back in. But you look at 6 members on fire here for Phantom Thieves, and it goes to show they were not too happy about losing that first round.
Yeah, I think the Wrecking Ball Diva is just not Thieves' go-to comp, and I think they showed that with their, I want to say, lack of performance, because they did have all 5 ults at one time, and they still didn't end up being able to cap. And I think that was a great job by Excalibur, but I think they just need to be playing what they're best at, and that is not Wrecking Ball Diva.
Yeah, and immediately they came out and went back to a comp that I think they're a little bit more comfortable with, and it's already paying dividends. They're still rotating their ultimates very well, and just getting the kills they need to offset the fights. Hopefully, when the ultimates start building here for Excalibur, they can do that quickly and get a little bit something on the point before it gets all the way to 97%. If not, they're really going to have to take a look at this comp and figure out what they can do to beat it, because it seems like a very comfortable one for Phantom Thieves. And, if they can kind of unlock that mystery, then I feel like they'll have a lot more success in the subsequent maps.
Yeah, I think a Fair Mercy could work here. It depends on what you're going to run on the ground against the goats, because the way to beat that Fair Mercy is just you play 6v4 essentially, because the Fair Mercy is up in the sky and you have to overtake them quick. But I think with the pick potential and the overall damage from the Fair can be too great against the goats. So maybe a Fair Mercy Sombra comp?
I will say I've seen Doomfist also cause a lot of problems for Goats comp, just in that with the Pharmacy, you've got a lot of damage over the top, but just chaos on the ground level, and that Goats comp, if they're not as well coordinated, can be difficult. That being said, Thieves coordinated team, and they could be able to offset it, but yeah, what you want to do is just make them uncomfortable and get them, find something that's going to get them away from this comp, because you saw, they get off of it a little bit, and that's your opportunity to come in and take those fights, and then those rounds, those games.
It's Thieves has just been winning it because they've been able to dictate the fight. They have the more crowd control with the Brigitte, and you're just not going to do a lot against the Brigitte when you only have a Mei and a Sombra.
So we do have Dark Gamer Boy back. We'll give him a second to get into the game, but just making sure. It's going to be difficult not having that ultimate charge. I don't know where he was when he dropped, but always hard when you lose a member, because they're going to be a little bit off the rhythm of the rest of the team. Hopefully they can come back in and get settled.
I think fortunately he did ult towards the end, I remember, so
Oh, okay.
he couldn't have been too high. I didn't think he had it, but he might have been at the 50 range.
Okay. If it's not insurmountable, Dark Gamer Boy playing Reinhardt against this Mathematical. We'll get the unpause here and see if everyone's ready to go.
Everyone is counting on me.
Another thing to mention is right now Silent has 300 health because of the rally. It's going to be hard to take down an Ana with 300 health.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Purple Straits are here as the Sombras kind of scoping, checking, looking, seeing what's going on here with Phantom Thieves on the point. The rest of the team looking to come back in. Nature's Chicken here on the Mei. Again, just trying to cause some issues. We haven't seen really any influential walls, but as the Sombra here comes out from Cosmic, right in on the top looking for Loco. Nature's Chicken can't quite find Excalibur coming down at the point and go start taking this fight. It's a Soundbarrier the other side though. Clear Loco trying to help everybody out. Purple Trace with an IC and P in a tight area. Kills going the way of Excalibur, at least momentarily. Nature's Chicken and Dark Gamer Boy fall, and Phantom Thieves might be offsetting this the other direction. Ooh, just really just solid to win these fights. I think you're right. The target focus for Thieves is what's offsetting this. A quarter of the point may be threatening to go back. It's I think Riven on the point, but they can't quite get it. And I believe I don't know if anybody can come back to the Where did that grab go?
Where that grab was.
She shot it straight in the air. I just didn't know where it would hit.
Oh, and it actually catches PhD.
I was trying to find out where it went. I didn't see if it actually caught somebody. Yeah, here's the blizzard, but
it's actually going to pick up mathematical.
Yeah, problem is just knowing there to follow up with the blizzard. A few walls here, Jeffrey, and a couple others on the point for Excalibur, but it's looking a little dicey. Maybe the self-destruct can come through here for this Diva, but 97% before being demaxed. That's tough.
Demaxed.
Yeah, that is difficult. Phantom Thieves tie up the series here on Oasis, and a win in round 3 puts them 2 up in the overall series, but Excalibur looking to even it up all the way around and take the third. Man, every single fight against this Phantom Thieves team is just a grind. They'll make you work for it. But again, we saw Excalibur get that, get the round win early, so it's not unthinkable.
Looks like they are going to go onto the Fair Mercy with a Mei. I think this could work. The only problem is your Reinhardt with a Lucio is a little bit sketchy. I feel like a Moira or something who can pump out a little bit more healing to the group against the
There you go.
And there goes
Reading your mind there, Blink.
Like they're listening.
I mean, we got a stream delay. They can't possibly know.
That is true. Maybe I am
You just-
in their bombs.
You spoke it into existence. What happened? Yeah, Purple Tracer trying to get working over the top already. Silent Ninja making it a little bit difficult. Tinted Galaxy trying to get up there as well and get in the face of this Pharah player. Hyper Blitzer getting a kill early on a PhD. Cosmic, though, won't have that healing. It'll be difficult. Now forcing Riven to kind of divert attention, but a nice res there from the Mercy. He's able to get Cosmic back up, and it is a 6v, 5.5, we'll say, as Tinted goes out of mech. Phantom Thieves already started to take the point, though. Really, Excalibur need to be more aggressive and push this point. Now they finally offset it, and they don't really have the numbers anymore, but they did briefly. Excalibur briefly had a bit of a numbers advantage with the Diva out of mech and before the point opened, but they weren't aggressive in that push, and now Phantom Thieves kind of making them pay for it. Just going for it deep for all these kills, and already look at the tank line. 70 plus here for Phantom Thieves for each one of their tanks. Hyper Blitzer right up there as well. Everybody above 70% now for ultimates. Dark Game Boy already used a shot of those, so you got to give him credit for that.
Excalibur has to take this fight really quick because Hyper Blitzer is still coming back from spawn. They're down their Brigitte right now, and I think they know it, so they're falling back. Hyper Blitzer's now back, and it's a 6v6.
Wasted Shadow, though, for Mathematical. Gets Nano regardless and dives in deep. Wasn't able to find anything with the Shadow, but now he's going back and forth with Dark Gamer Boy. I don't know who's going to win that battle, but it's going to make it huge. Tinted Galaxy with a gigantic bomb, though. Oh, that's just about ended here for Excalibur. Still this Reinhardt battle in the back still going on. But now Purple, I think it's going to have to be Dark Gamer Boy backing out a little bit. And, yeah, they're just having a hard time getting the kills they need. Tinted Galaxy, though, with a huge self-destruct. Mathematical has no fear. Finally punished for the overextension. Nature's Chicken taking down that Reinhardt. Excalibur starts to push back in. And a huge shatter catches for. Oh my god. But then they can't follow up again. Dark Gamer just able to get a couple, but the rest of the team just can't get the kills they need. Oh, and Dark Gamer gets left from range. Mathematical's back now and will take down his opposite. A shot at the other direction. Finds a couple. Ooh, Mathematical. Yep. Yeah, solid performance here from Phantom Thieves so far. They're at 91%. I don't know if anybody's close enough to contest other than the Pharah. Purple Tracer goes for an a la carte barrage. Can't quite catch it. And 96, 97%. Dark Gamer belayed there towards the end. Graviton will catch him. That is it. Phantom Thieves go up 2-0 in the series.
I don't know if you saw that new Pharah skin, the undead one. When you die, your parts just go everywhere.
I did not know that. That's pretty hilarious.
Kind of funny watching all the body parts of that Pharah after barraging just get scattered.
There was so many skins that I wanted that I ended up not being able to get. I'm very disappointed about it. Hyper Blitzer, though, putting in some serious work. Looking good here. Phantom Thieves well on their way to the final in a day with Boostico. Can Excalibur perform the reverse sweep? We got Hollywood up next and a pretty difficult hill to climb, but I don't think it's impossible. We'll be right back with the Console Gaming League Contender Tier semifinals right after this. And welcome back to the Console Gaming League Contender Tier semifinal between Phantom Thieves and Excalibur. Phantom Thieves well on their way to a Contender Tier final matchup against second seed or third seed Busco, excuse me. And Excalibur trying to find any way back into this game, but struggling so far. Oasis is up next. We'll see if that could be the difference maker for them. I'm your host, Salt-N-Pepper, joined by Blink. And Blink has been an uphill battle for Excalibur, and they haven't really got any benefit from it. They did win that first round on Oasis, maybe a little bit of hope there, but then Phantom Thieves comes back to take that game. How do you think they respond here on Hollywood?
Yeah, I think Hollywood will be the closest game of the 3 or of the 5, hopefully. I think Excalibur has just really been getting used to playing against this really aggressive Reinhardt, and I think they proved that they understood it when they won on the first map of Oasis. And I think that Hollywood could be a possible map that they could take.
I definitely hope so. Again, now it's your entire season on the line, maybe a little bit of motivation to come through and get a result here. At the very least, trying to pull a map win back. Obviously, nobody likes a 3-0. They were able to get a 3 over Dad and Lads, so you know this is a team at the top of their game. So hopefully they can convert this and see if Hollywood is the answer. It's not coming in on Hollywood. A bit of a change up for the attackers. We'll see if they're trolling us or not, but still looks like kind of still that Goats combo. Hyper Blitzer now on a Moira though instead of the Brigitte and Frog on a Hammond. Could be interesting.
Sultan, can we put Aqua on Red Spectator?
Sure. Let's see real quick. Ta-da. Coming in for the defense of Nature's Chicken, going over to the Ana this time. Purple Tracer on Diva. Kind of a Goats combo here for the defense, but less so. They've got the Ana. Actually, I think they're just doing the same comp that Phantom Thieves has had so much success with up until this point. Looks like they're just going to bait out the attacks there, see if they can attack them as they go into spawn. So we've got almost identical comps for either side, swapping the Moira for a Lucio. That's the only difference. Phantom Thieves doing just that, coming directly to the point. We'll see how the defense reacts here, trying to jump down on top of them. Nature's Chicken in on the high ground here, finally jumps down. Mathematical with a deep pin. It's a purple in though, finds a sleep onto Mathematical. It could be huge here for the defenders. Already a tick earn though for Phantom Thieves. And Subhana's able to get a kill the other direction, but now a second tick. I don't know why the defense is really taking this fight on the point. Almost a third. They've got a few members, but no one can get back in early enough. And within the first 60 seconds, Phantom Thieves will cap the point and move on to the payload section. So, you like the idea there from Excalibur to try and dive the point a little bit, kind of counter dive, so to speak, but didn't quite pan out for them. And Phantom Thieves have a lot of time to bang down.
Yeah, I like the idea of it, but I just don't think it was executed. Oh, nobody pushing payload right now. Finally, Silence gonna hop on payload. I like the idea of it, but I think without a Lucio and without that AoE healing, you're never gonna win against a Lucio and Brigitte with a Ana.
Purple Tracer now switching over to the Hanzo. That's the answer. Scubana, the substitute coming in for Excalibur. Solid Brigitte player. Hopefully that can change the tide of the fight, but again, Phantom Thieves just greedy over here, stockpiling ults. Almost 6 now as all of the members are 90 or up. Bomb coming in over the top, first of which here, Tinted Galaxy is able to find Nature's Chicken, Dark Game Away falls as well, and all of a sudden it's a 6v4 in favor of Phantom Thieves. Frog makes it 6-3, and the payload just coasting along, smooth as you like, as Phantom Thieves wreak havoc around it.
Yeah, I mean, just for the price of 2 ults, they were able to win that team fight.
Well, and that's been the story this whole game, right? They'll invest 1, maybe 2 ults per fight. They've got a few that they hold on to, and then they continue rotating them through. It's a mana boost, but a nice defensive Graviton, though, is able to catch 3, swinging away huge here is Dark and Boys. Now earned a shatter, gets slept, though, by Silent Ninja, woken up, and then collapsed It started looking good there. I liked that Graviton, but once again, Excalibur, it's like they'll get the first part of it, but then the second part doesn't always execute. Like they can set up nice wipes, but for whatever reason, just Phantom Thieves able to endure them and then turn the fight the other direction.
Excalibur's back on that Widow. We'll see if Widow is able to get some good chip damage, but I don't think the Widow can just finish the kills as well as other heroes like a Doomfist or a May would.
When we get a little bullet here too, a Pollo Loco, known for being a bit of an aggressive Lucio, able to get into the face and just combine with the rest of the damage coming over the top to take out that Widow. Nature's Chicken 83% to an infrared sight. Still, they've got the Shatter. Dragon Strike tries to shatter here, finds two. There's the pin coming in. That's a sound barrier from the attacking Lucio Pollo Loco. Dragon Strike straight down the throat of the attack. Hasn't quite found anybody yet and won't. The still kills going the way of Excalibur. Scubana and Nature's Chicken getting a couple. I think they've offset this fight, and I think Phantom Thieves will have to start retreating here. Starts to look a little bit better for the defenders right here at the death. Still 4 minutes and 28 seconds though, so you expect Phantom Thieves to be able to continue pushing this aggressively, but at least for the time being, Excalibur can catch the breath.
Yeah, Thieves is gonna have a lot of ults here right now. Almost, they're gonna have every ult, but deep. Purple Tracer getting chased down by the Brigitte and Lucio. He's barely gonna get away there.
Graviton now coming out from the attackers though. Another Dragon Strike
Dragons
coming
gets
back.
cancelled by
Yeah,
Hyper.
what happened there? Oh, from got the stun in on the Hanzo. I got you.
He shield bashed it.
Another Graviton though coming from the defenders. The self-destruct now from Tinted Galaxy. May find a few, finds one. Jeffrey, both tanks down now for Excalibur. Payload continues to move. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. It starts to inch even closer. Kills really going the way of Phantom Thieves, and I don't know if anybody's available to really contest this.
A huge sleep by Silent on
Yeah, on Riven.
the Moira on the point. They're just holding them in their doors.
20 meters away, Jeffrey, the only one available, gets slept again. Purple then drops Cubana in there, trying to do something, but it's just difficult. Nobody able to come back. 3.59 meters. The defenders continue trying to contest this, but they can't get any further away from the payload. Purple Tracer back in the mix as well. Kills still going the way of Phantom Thieves and Excalibur. Even if they can stay alive on the point, they can't seem to get the kills they need to offset these fights. Tinted Frog both getting kills, and that's finally going to do it. With time on the clock, Phantom Thieves will cap the point and cap the map. And like we saw in Rialto, completing the map. Another uphill battle here for Excalibur. They had a difficult time on their initial payload push on Rialto to convert after Phantom Thieves capped the map. They weren't able to get to the first checkpoint. Hopefully a different story here. Hollywood a little bit more difficult though. Having to physically attack a point, right? So
Yeah.
to push a payload. Could have a hard time with it.
Looks like the Thieves are gonna go with a Torbjorn or Orisa comp. I think this is actually gonna be a really strong comp. Probably expecting goats, and if you set up on the cafe behind point with a Torbjorn turret, the Torbjorn turret will just go to work. Also with the new Torbjorn, with his new Molten Core, is just destroys goats right now.
Yeah, I brought that up before, how I like how the new heroes come in and kind of point, counterpoint. Case in point, Ash with the dynamite that you can shoot from range, but also it's like a shield buster a little bit. I like that they introduce heroes and kind of cause different problems, force players to change how they play and change the meta, but then we'll go through and add other heroes to adjust to those changes. So just the way it stays flexible, I appreciate. I'm excited for the new hero. I'm sure we'll be able to get into that on the breakdown Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time and kind of get familiar with Ash the Gunslinger. But coming out here for the defenders, it is Hyper Blizzard sticking over to the Torbjorn Frog backpack on the Doomfist. Happy to see that. Couple changes coming through from Phantom Thieves. Last time we saw this, Excalibur took full advantage and were able to get a little bit of supremacy in the first round there on Oasis. Will this be a replication? Coming in quickly, Excalibur on to point, lose Purple Tracer on the jump pad early.
Tracer already dead.
But Nature's Chicken takes on Silent Ninja. Both supports down now for Phantom Thieves. That's huge here for Excalibur. Can they capitalize on this difference though? Red's coming through, Purple Tracer back up. But now, now both supports down now
give up a
for
tick.
Excalibur. Purple Tracer was res. Now they're starting to get a couple of these kills. The turret's going to be hard, though. Hyper Blitz's turret's causing some issues. Nature's Chicken will fall to it. But Excalibur, for a half second there, looked like they had it. They'd gotten both supports down. They definitely had the numbers advantage. They got the reds on the Purple Tracer, but then couldn't completely convert. But that'll give them a little bit of hope to come back in here.
Now with the Orisa on the bottom, I think it gives Excalibur the advantage. The Reinhardt can just walk straight through that shield and just start swinging.
I think you're right. Doing exactly that. Mathematical a little bit low. Finds a bio grenade there from Silent Ninja, but the point continues to go the way of the blue team. Members of Phantom Thieves dropping. They want to be a little bit cautious about how they attack this, but as Hyper Blitzer falls to think, they may just concede this. Frog Backpack, though, coming in on the Doomfist, able to get a couple. Scribana in midair into the wall. Trying to contest, but not quite enough. 97.3%. It's very close here for Phantom Thieves. I think Excalibur might be able to pull this off.
Frog is still alive, though.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't made this Doomfist a little bit more of a priority. Just wreaking havoc. Dark Gamer very low, and this Doomfist is a big reason why.
Cap,
but they do cap the point. Exactly right. And 3 staggered kills. Nature's Chicken able to get a couple. That's actually, if they attack this quickly, maybe kind of push up and get some of these extras and see if they can get a few additional picks. You've got members of Phantom Thieves also be responding from long spawn.
So that new Molten Core, a little bit of a Molten Core. Oh, he gets pinned. He says, "I don't care about the lava. I'm just gonna throw you into this wall."
I think it's
maybe
huge for
a
them.
switch coming out from Hyper.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. There it is, going back to the Brigida. We'll see how many changes do come through. Frog Backpack seems like he's doing a really solid job though on the Doomfist, able to find Purple Tracer and still just causing issues. Few supports in the back, giving Nature's Chicken some problems. Finally retreats to his team, gets the safety of the supports, but I do love me some Doomfist play.
Yeah, I really also like the Doomfist, accompanied by the Winston Diva. This part of the map is really high ground specific. And if you can play on the top and jump on the supports, the Reinhardt will feel helpless, especially against that Widow.
Yeah, still not considering him a priority going deep in on Jeffrey. Gets trapped though before he gets the final punch and will drop Purple Tracer with a nice play there. Phantom Thieves though still have the numbers. Excalibur starts to retreat. Nice shatter though. We'll find, I think actually just the one. I thought he got more than that. Self-destruct comes through, finds a double in Tinted Galaxy. Not for the first time in this game, offsetting the fight for Phantom Thieves. Deep dive though, no jump available. I'll be surprised if Mathematical gets out of this with the Reaper in play. That is astonishing. Used the jump to get in, had the shield, but with a Reaper right there, wasn't quite able to take down the Winston.
Yeah, I really like this Reaper switch. Switching over from the Widow, when you're getting countered, counter the people who are countering you. Reaper's a great Doomfist counter and a great Winston Diva counter.
Absolute chaos now. I think Phantom Thieves still with a bit of the advantage
though.
though.
Did El Pollo Loco beat drop against the Riptire? Because
I
that
don't
looked like that Riptire was going to kill everybody.
I thought there was a Graviton that came out from the attacker's Excalibur and then used the sound barrier preemptively, just in case there was another ultimate coming. Either way, I didn't see where the tire went.
The Riptire from killing all of them. I think it was right in the center. Yeah, looking at the replay, he barriered right as the Riptire exploded, and was able to keep all his members alive without even losing a little bit of health. All that damage going into the sound barrier. That's
pretty impressive. Red's coming in as Nature's Chicken's back up. Oh my god, another 2 for... That's 3 actually from Tinted Galaxy. Oh my god. Mathematical with the nano there, going straight through, and Phantom Thieves just able to I don't know, the fight will go back and forth, and Phantom Thieves just used the ultimates a little bit better. Obviously, you said that solid timing with each ultimate. You just said Pollo Loco able to use the sound barrier to prevent Purple Tracer's tire. Here comes another one from that Junkrat, but not in the mid-fight. We'll see if they see it coming. I don't know about the timing on this one. Generally like to initiate. We'll see if it's able to get anything. Gets shut down there by Pollo Loco. Disappointing though for Purple Tracer. I think they could be a little more effective. Now the switch over to Tracer from Junkrat for Tracer. See? Oh, actually now to May instead. Let's see if that helps them. A lot of ultimates coming out though for Phantom Thieves. I think a Rally and a Primal Rage as well. Attacking Graviton comes out, catches a couple, but again, Dark Gamer the only one there trying to follow up. Scribana is able to get a kill in the air with Valkyrie, I believe. Excalibur finally pushing the payload, but they have less than a minute left.
I think they are going to be able to win this team fight, and push up at least to the start of the end of the second point. Thieves will for sure be able to get a retake. You can see the Doomfist actually Frog is hiding above right now. A great spot to be in. He's just gonna wait till he sees his target and he's gonna pounce.
Routing towards forward barrier. Nerf this.
Now with self-destruct from Tinted Galaxy coming in, he's able to find Dark Gamer Boy. Frog Backpack finally does drop down,
Wow,
getting
that
into
was
the fray.
a great combo right there. Frog actually punched Dark Gamer so he would have to drop his shield. That was all the credit to Frog for that kill. Because he was holding, Dark was holding shield the whole time and he just said, I'm gonna punch you and you're gonna die.
Oof.
Perfect timing, and now they're pushing all the way back into their spawn. I don't think Excalibur's even gonna be able to come close to payload.
Yeah, that will do it. Oh man, Phantom Thieves coming away with a win. But just I'm in awe at this Doomfist play right here at the end. Really solid. But Phantom Thieves comfortably skating through to the finals. They'll be playing a Busico, and what a matchup that will be.
Play of the game.
This was a huge play to stop this push right at the start of second.
Yeah, and again, not for the first time, Tinted Galaxy able to get a bomb that just kind of shuts down the fight when Excalibur starts to get kind of the bit between the teeth. But man, really solid performance here from Phantom Thieves. Congratulations to them. We'll get some post-game thoughts and see if we can wrangle up an interview for the CGL post-game when we return to the Console Gaming League Contender Tier semifinals. And welcome back to the Console Gaming League Contender Tier semifinal. Phantom Thieves going on to the finals against Boost & Co., the 3 seed from this tier, and that should be a fantastic game. Excalibur just not quite able to get anything going. The coordination and ultimate usage from Phantom Thieves just a little bit too much for them. But congratulations to PT coming through this season 8-0, really strong team, and showing it here with a comfortable semifinal win. And yeah, Excalibur, really strong season. Best of luck to them in Season 6. But yeah, Contender Tier semifinals are set, and I'm excited for that. We'll get some post-game thoughts during the actual post-game. We've got that coming up. We'll have the captain of Phantom Thieves, Tinted Galaxy, with us in the CGL post-game coming up right after this. Do not go anywhere.
They are able to take out Silent Ninja, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop this push.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Very impressive there from Phantom Thieves in their opening round, and yeah, just make it look easy. The advantage, 30% of the point. Swinging away, Nature's Chicken on the main, making it difficult though. Pin for Mathematical finds and takes Jeffrey out of mech. And still Phantom Thieves with the advantage. Just maybe one kill here or there offset. Wasted Shadow though for Mathematical. Gets Nano regardless and dives in deep. Wasn't able to find anything with the Shadow, but now he's going back and forth with Dark Gamer Boy. I don't know who's going to win that battle, but it's going to make it huge. Tinted Galaxy with a gigantic bomb though. Move 3 minutes and 30 seconds left and starts to inch even closer. Kill's really going the way of Phantom Thieves, and I don't know if anybody's available to really contest this.
A huge sleep by Silent on
on Riven.
the Moira.
Frog backpack though coming in on the Doom Fist, able to get a couple spawn in midair into the wall, trying to contest, but not quite enough. 97.3%. It's very close to Phantom Thieves. I think Excalibur might be able to pull this off. Nice play there. Phantom Thieves though still have the numbers. Excalibur starts to retreat. Nice Shatter though. We'll find, I think actually just the one. I thought he got more than that. Self-destruct comes through, finds a double in Tinted Galaxy. No, not for the first time this game.
Exploded, and was able to keep all his numbers alive without even losing a little bit of health. All that damage going into the sound barrier.
That's pretty impressive. Red's coming in as Nature's Chicken's back up. Oh my god, another 2 for 3 actually from Tinted Galaxy. Oh my god. Mathematical with the nano now going straight.
Frog actually punched Dark Gamer so he would have to drop through the shield. That was all the credit to Frog for that kill. He was holding, Dark was holding shield the whole time, and he just said, "I'm gonna punch you and you're gonna die."
Ooh. And welcome back. This is the Console Gaming League post game, and a fantastic matchup from the Contender Tier semifinals. Phantom Thieves taking the win over Excalibur and really just making it look easy. Indicative of their regular season matchup, 8-0 coming into this game, and Excalibur, while a strong team, not quite on the same level. I think Phantom Thieves just head and shoulders a stronger side, and proving it here with a 3-0 sweep. But we've got Tinny Galaxy, the captain of Phantom Thieves here. Glad to have you. Obviously, congratulations on the win, and glad you're able to come on and talk about that game a little bit. Walking through your preparation, obviously you guys had the week off with the first round bye. So watching the rest of these Contender Tier games, I don't know if you caught the Excalibur and Dad and the Lads matchup, but obviously this was a tough team coming in. How did you guys prepare throughout the week leading up to this matchup?
The way that we prepared for this matchup was trying to figure out. We had a scrim. It was 5-map scrim, the same maps, and we were just kind of running comps, just different comps. We were just trying to see what really went well, what didn't work, and we eventually figured out that just we're in a meta of goats, and goats is very strong because of how much ult economy that you get out of it. And then also we just tried working on a bit more of our comms too, which, as you saw from our gameplay, I feel like our comms went very well.
Yeah, I totally agree with the comms. And one of the questions I had about the comms is, you had, I think, like 10 bombs total on Hollywood, and I just want to know what your communication is before you're gonna bomb.
Our communication when it comes to bombing is so before downtime, during downtime between fights, we're kind of just looking at ults and seeing what we really need to use, what shouldn't be used, and we really love using Diva Bomb because of its high damage, high value. And so, say if we have a break but we don't have a Sombra, I'll ask the break, hey break, can you stun the Rhine? And he's like, sure. And then I'll send it up, and then they'll stun it perfectly. And then same thing goes with a Sombra, they'll hack it. Josh, I think one time, our Silent Ninja, sorry, it got a nice sleep and it got a huge bomb. So it's kind of like preparing, saying, hey, I have bomb on standby, and they're like, oh, wait, let me know when you're gonna bomb it, and then it's just kind of matchmaking heaven, I guess.
Yeah, there was also a beautiful bomb on Dark when Frog Backpack came in and punched the Reinhardt of the enemy team.
Yeah. We just have such good communication because this team, a lot of these members have been together for.
Yeah, I mean, I think I speak for everyone when I say that your ult economy and using almost 2 ults every fight, but winning them, and then by the time you're out of ults, you already have the 2 that you used before. It's just, it's beautiful to watch.
All right, sorry, can you repeat that? I was disconnecting from the party. I did not hear anything you said. Sorry.
Just the ult economy and knowing what 2 ults you need to use to win the fight. And then by the time you've used all your ults, you already have the ones you've used coming back online. I just want to say, like, I speak for everyone when I say it was great to watch.
Yeah, that was impressive.
We are. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, by all means, it's all.
Our IGLs, Silent Ninja and Uplay are very smart when it comes to gameplay strategy, and so they'll usually call out just like, hey, no more ults. None of this. We just need to just win it up. If we get 2 picks or even 1 pick, we usually just call off no ult. So yeah, ult economy is kind of what wins Overwatch games, and so I think we did a great job tonight with those.
Yeah, putting forth a masterclass in that ult economy, like Link was saying, just being able to build up 6 quickly. I think in that first fight in any given map, you guys were able to build up 80+ ultimate percentage. Just be able to make that a priority, and then just determining which ones are necessary to win the fight. Really impressive to watch, and I enjoyed it. It was nice to get you guys on the stream, be able to watch you play, and I'm excited about this Boost & Co game. What do you guys think you can expect from the team that took down the 2nd seed?
Boost & Company, definitely very interesting. We've kept our eye. I've at least kept my eye on them on the other division, kind of just seeing that they're really. They've been at the top. I think they've been like 2nd or 1st seed for most of the regular season. So I've kind of kept my eye on them, and they definitely have some talented players on that roster. And so definitely heading into next week, we're kind of excited, but we're a bit nervous and heading into that match to try to take the title home, I guess. It's
And
just,
like go on. Sorry.
I guess just like trying to see what they're coming up with, and like you've got to. It's kind of like a poker. You gotta have like that poker face. You're like, what am I gonna play now? You know, trying to see the enemy eyes. You know.
Yeah, trying to outplay him a little bit. We saw you guys struggle. Obviously, like you said, that goats comp seemed to be working out really well for you. Using the Ana, not one we see often, but it seemed like it was panning out. Then on first round Oasis, you guys switch off of it, and Excalibur able to get a map win back, go to the second round, and switch back to that comp. Are you worried at all that being so committed to the kind of Ana, Brigitte, Lucio, what was it? I think Zarya Ryan that you were running and get you? Yeah. Are you worried that's going to like limit you at all, or do you feel like that's a strong enough comp to take down like any challengers?
It is definitely a strong comp. I think our problem with running the Orisa, on the Oasis map, we ran Hammond Diva. I think our problem was that once we got taken over and Excalibur took it back, we were just kind of lingering, and we weren't really setting up a huge fight for us. We were just kind of, rolling in, just kind of just strolling in like a day in the park. We didn't, we weren't, I guess we were trying to figure out what to do, and our minds were not focused. So we had to kind of regain and go back to goats, as we thought it was just the best idea. But we definitely could play other, we have so many flexible players on our team on this roster, so I think goats is our go-to card, but definitely not like our only thing that we can play. It's not our limiting thing.
Yeah, definitely not shocking to hear. You guys are such a strong team, and flexibility doesn't concern me at all. Definitely a team that can probably adapt to any situation. But what are you about to say, Blink?
I was gonna say, without like spoiling any of your comps, what do you think the best answer for goats is?
Answer for goats, first of all, Sombra. Sombra, if she gets a huge hack, definitely could be huge if she gets the Rhine hack. Ana's another huge one with anti-nade, and I think that's what a lot of problems I've seen with other teams is that they don't use the Ana's anti-nade, because if Ana anti-nade, well, Lucio can't heal, no one can heal on the on people that are anti, so they're kind of screwed, because that's what goats is just huge sustain and just brawling comp. And then I would probably say Pharah or Junk. A lot of people pick Reaper, and Reaper, yes, he should be good against tanks, but the problem is that he can only take on one tank at a time, and when you have 3 tanks, and technically 4 if you count Brig, on a Reaper's not going to do much, especially through all that healing. So I would probably say the top 2 most powerful things against Ghosts is Sombra and Ana.
Yeah, this one, like the Sombra play helped a little bit. Those EMPs were a little bit difficult to contend with, but I would say Ana, definitely agree. I'll Blink at some other suggestions in there as well, and I thought the May pick kind of helped Excalibur a little bit, but yeah, ultimately not quite able to get over the line there.
Yeah.
Blink, any final questions, final thoughts here for Tinted before
I think I'm okay.
All right. Well, Tinted,
I would say great job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Solid performance, and I'm looking forward to that Boost and Go game. Should be a very, very solid matchup.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, definitely looking forward to it. But thank you for coming on the post game.
Very excited.
And yeah, best of luck, man.
Thank you for having me on, and I'm proud to be part of the CGL, man.
Man, we're glad to have you. Solid teams and solid competition. Hopefully it just continues growing. Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah, thank you for having me and just being awesome.
And Tinted Galaxy obviously being able to join us here on the post game. Appreciate you guys sticking with us, and a lot of results from around the league as well. Carbon tier final set as well. Unacceptable, able to take down Mounties Juniors in a 3-2 thriller. Able to recap that on Tuesday night. CGL breakdown 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm excited to see how that game went. I thought Unacceptable would be kind of a stronger side. I thought in the Carbon tier weights potential, Unacceptable kind of in the upper echelon. But Mounties Juniors so when they came to play, and back and forth. Excited to get into the details of that game. We will have that for you. Other games going on simultaneously, I don't think they're quite finished up yet. So I think you can try and get that stream scheduled to you, see which games may be going on. You're looking to get a little bit more Overwatch, but Blink, any final thoughts from this game?
I don't have any final thoughts. I have to say, though, I think this finals is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, definitely no doubt about it. Yeah, the finals across all tiers. You think about the Carbon, Unacceptable, and Waste Potential. That's the 1 and the 2 seed facing off. Phantom Thieves and Boost & Co. is the 1 and the 3 seed facing off. So the top tier teams getting in, and obviously the quarterfinals incredibly tight, semifinals even tighter, and now the finals looking to be just as competitive. So looking forward to that. Guys, if you do want to catch those other games, it's D9 and Chaotic from the Challenger tier. Chaotic, the 6 seed, I want to say that. Oh no, I'm taking that back. Chaotic blew the 3 seed. Taking on D9 after, Chaotic was the 3 seed, toppled PCOW in the 3-0 in the quarterfinals, now facing D9 in the Challenger semifinals. That's on O'Corbeck, my Corbeck, link in the Overwatch stream schedule channel. Also from the Challenger tier, the other side of that, DGBR and Inner Circle facing off as well. That's it. That started 15 minutes ago. Neat and Kai have that channel over on twitch.tv/reallyneat, really_neat. So one of those will be probably hosted on CGL after we finish up this broadcast. We'll be able to catch it here. But yeah, 2 games available for you if you still want some Overwatch on your Sunday night. That'll just about do for us, guys. Really appreciate you guys all joining. Blink, thank you for casting. We still don't know what happened to Sarge. We're about to send out a search party. Hopefully he's okay. Should be fun. But yeah, again, guys, finals week coming up next week. This is the last week, I think, last night of the semifinals. A lot of those games have been pretty exciting, but man, those finals are just too juicy to pass up, and we'll have them for you here on CGL Overwatch. I appreciate you guys for joining. For Blink, for the Contender tier, and for the Console Gaming League, I'm Salt and Pepper. We'll see you guys next time.